Hey, so we are on day 8 of the hashtag Neo-Pagan November challenge by the Sunshine State Witch, Brittany. And today's prompt is incense. And I was super excited because with this lunar eclipse, full moon, we definitely want to be burning incense. Full disclosure, this is Monday night. I'm filming it, but I have already started my full moon eclipse ritual because it's happening at the wee hours of the morning tomorrow. So I just wanted to get a head start. So yeah, I love incense so much. In fact, I have been looking to rent a business space, and one of the determining factors is if they won't allow me to burn incense, then I'm not interested in working there. My probably first incense that I ever was introduced to, and to this day my absolute favorite, is the Nag Champa by the brand Satya Sai Baba. Just the OG Nag Champa. I mean, I love any Nag Champa, but I really like the Satya brand. And my ex-husband, the father of my kids, he's not with us anymore. He passed away in 2014. He is the one that introduced me to this. He was like a Grateful Deadhead and was like so into the, Deadhead scene in like the mid 90s. And so they say that the sense of smell is the sense that's the most closely related to memories, and I would have to 100% agree. I'm kind of emotional tonight anyway, so it must be that full moon. But I will say that even though this is like my OG original favorite, there's never a time that I don't like Nag Champa. I recently, this is going to seem like it's an ad, but I swear it's not. I recently acquired some handmade ritual incense from Etsy from a shop called the Empress and the Hierophant. And the initial package that I purchased had the planets. I think just like the classic planets. I don't think it had Pluto. So let's see what I have here. Yeah, I didn't have Pluto because I went back and purchased Pluto separately. So I had the 4 elements, so air, fire, water, earth. So let me pull those 4 elements out. Earth. So so I bought one that had the 4 elements. This was one set. And then the planets, we have, of course, Mars, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, the sun and the moon. So yeah, that's the original classical 7 planets, right? It just didn't have Uranus or Neptune or Pluto. I went ahead and added Pluto. I have not added yet Neptune or Uranus. But let me tell you, when I first got these original, so the 7 classical planets and the elements, when I first got these, I have a mailbox that has like a key, and I went to go unlock, and literally I started crying. The smell was so powerful. At the first whiff, it literally, like, emotions came flooded up. Like, it was that strong and that powerful. Like, it brought back, I feel like, past lives in Egypt that I know that I've had. And what was interesting, it was within a couple weeks after that a friend that I'm sure most of you are familiar with, Rochelle of Amethyst Ascension, started making her kaifi. And she actually sent me, she was so generous, and she sent me a little tin of her kaifi, which I've also been burning and loving and enjoying. But so the kaifi was the original temple incense. If you haven't watched her series on that, I would recommend you go watch that. But you guys, these are the most high quality. Just trust me, the Empress and the Hierophant. So then I went back and bought the Pluto, and I went back and bought the money drawing. They come in, this is like the biggest size. This is the small size. They have a big envelope. But anyway, I don't know if it's a he or she who runs the shop. But their products are very, very high vibrational. Just trust me. If you are a person who is sensitive to energies and you can tell when somebody takes their ritual seriously, I really feel that you would approve of this incense. I'll try not to huff this up my nose, but this money drawing has been really powerful. Love that one. But my very favorite, oh yeah, and then I went ahead and added, because at the time, I had just got done working with Sekhmet for the Lionsgate portal, and through my study of Sekhmet, which right now I'm actually rebuilding her altar over here for the eclipse, but right in the middle, the golden statue is Hathor. So Hathor and Sekhmet are like the same goddess. It's that, you know, Sekhmet is the shadow aspect of Hathor. Hathor is the healer and the mother and the nurturer, and then Sekhmet is like the sacred rage. So they did not have a Sekhmet one, or I would have ordered that, but they did have, oh, I bought a big one of Mercury too. But I bought a big one of Hathor. But for whatever reason, I cannot find it right now. So here's the little bag of Hathor, but you can see that's the one that I've used the most of. It's half empty. But these were like sticky and almost wet. I was actually like worried they were going to mold, but they haven't. They've just kind of dried out. Oh, you guys, just trust me. Just trust me. And hopefully, you know, they'll want to sponsor me, but I guarantee they have no idea who I am. The Empress and the Hierophant on Etsy. 10 out of 10 recommend. And then my daughter was working at a little bookstore coffee shop for a while, and she brought me these home that are like tarot themed. So she got me the Wheel of Fortune and the Moon. My sweetheart, Sydney. But I do love most all different incense. I am very, very sensitive to smell. Like, I think because I'm an HSP, so highly sensitive people, like perfumes, will give me a headache. I'm not a fan. I don't wear perfume. Luckily my husband doesn't wear cologne. I don't wear like deodorant. I make my own like beauty products, all of that type of stuff. But this is my little box of like the Empress and the Hierophant incense, Nag Champa, a tried and true, and actually, last time I ran out of Nag Champa, I looked on Amazon, and like one little box like this that probably has like 20 sticks in it. I'm not sure if it says. Cost like $7, or you could literally get a case of that has, I think, 20 of these boxes in it for like 15 bucks. So don't get ripped off on your Nag Champa. It reminds me of, you know, head shops of yesteryear, and I grew up in Utah. I still live in Utah, but there were some really cool head shops in Salt Lake City in an area called Sugar House. And I remember when I was like a teenager, when I first started dating my ex-husband, the one that's passed away, his name was Nate. I remember like every other Friday when I got paid, we would run down to Sugar House in Salt Lake, and, you know, I'd spend all my money on incense and oils. And that's really when I think my witchy journey started. So for me, I truly think incense was the gateway drug to witchcraft. I don't know what I mean, maybe, you know, to some people it's crystals, maybe to some people herbs or essential oils. But the first thing that I ever got into, and yes, was it to cover up the smell of marijuana? It probably was, because I did smoke a lot of marijuana back then. But nonetheless, this was my gateway drug, incense. So I hope you guys take some time to burn some. It really just puts us in the mood. It's like when you put on your uniform to go to work, you're in the energy to go to work. For me, incense and ritual in general, I love ritual. I love heavy ritual. It just puts me in that place. Can you do magic and manifestation without it? Of course. But it really just puts me in that. And I think just energetically, you can definitely feel it shift the room. And here's my little cauldron. I actually was burning some of the Hathor incense earlier today while I was doing a karma cord cutting for this, again, lunar eclipse. So I thought, well, I've already got everything out, so I might as well film this today. So that is my spiel on incense, and we will see everybody tomorrow for day 9. Bye.